Hi, this is Rebecca at The Christian Gift, here to talk to you about premium museum quality materials. If you've been on our website at all, you've seen that phrase. It's on every single product page when there's wall art involved. And you might have wondered, well gosh, what is that? And does it really matter? So I thought I'd show you museum quality materials and explain to you what makes them special and why we think you'll be happy that we used them. Let's talk about mat board first, since it's a big piece of what you see when you look at your art hanging on the wall. So there are a couple different grades of mat board, and we'll start with standard. Standard is made of wood pulp, and that means that it has materials like lignin in it. Lignin, among other things, will cause paper to deteriorate and turn yellow over time. Think newsprint. Now that's real accelerated, but you understand what I'm saying about the deterioration and the yellowing process. The same thing happens to standard mat board, and it can actually happen pretty quickly. It can be as fast as within a matter of months that you'll notice that it's starting to turn yellow, and I'm going to show you where you'll see it in case you're not sure what I'm talking about. There's another grade of mat board. It's called neutralized or buffered. That's standard mat board, but it's been treated. It's still made of wood pulp. It's treated to make it non-acidic. It does last longer. It takes longer for it to turn yellow, but eventually it still will also deteriorate because eventually the paper will return to its acidic state. So what am I talking about with this turning yellow and this? And I'm sure you can't see closely on camera. This is a piece of single mat board that I purchased a number of years ago, and it has definitely deteriorated, although it may not look that way on camera. And where I can see it is along the bevel edge, and it has turned yellow. Really, really distinctly yellow. Actually, the paper itself, this was a very crisp white, and again, while I'm sure it looks white on camera, I can see that it's begun to turn dingy over time. I have some pieces that are even more pronounced than this that I've purchased, and the bevels actually don't even qualify as yellow anymore. They're almost a brown. Definitely not premium quality mat board. And even if it was buffered, eventually that's going to happen to it. So there's another kind of mat board, and that's what we use. It's 100% cotton rag mat, and it is naturally acid and lignin free because it's made from cotton. So mats that are made from premium cotton rag mat, they're also called museum mat board. That's why you see that phrase on our website. Rag mat, it's the best you can get. It will protect the artwork, and it will stay crisp and white for a long, long time. A piece that was created using premium 100% cotton rag mat is going to look crisp and bright and white, and you're not going to be able to tell whether it's been on the wall for 15 years or whether it was hung last week. That's how significant the difference is. It's quite astounding, and you'll be very happy when the artwork looks great a long time from now. It looks just as good as the day that you got it. So that's the mats. There are a lot of materials though underneath, sort of behind the scenes, that you don't see, but if those materials aren't archival quality, then they're going to cause the artwork to deteriorate sort of behind the scenes too. So we start with the backing board, which is also archival, and then we get to things like the inks, and the paper. We use Epson products. These are all premium quality, and they're archival. And it even extends to the tape that we use to mount your artwork. This comes from Germany, and it's archival as well. I'm sure along the way you have seen maybe a photograph that was framed a while ago. It's been on the wall for a while, and you take it down for whatever reason, and you take it apart, and you see that it was held into place with a little piece of regular tape. And the spot where the tape hit or touched the photograph has turned bright yellow, and the photograph itself actually may be damaged. That's what happens over time when you don't use archival products. So now you understand why we use them. It does cost more to use museum quality materials, but it makes a huge difference and it's well worth it. Wall art that you buy from us is going to look just as good years from now as it did the day that you hung it or the day that you gave it as a gift. You do still need to keep artwork out of direct sunlight. That's one caveat. No matter how good the materials were that were used to create it, the ravages of the sun will beat it up. So you do need to be careful about that. But now you know what makes these materials museum quality, and you know why we use them.